man you wouldn't meet, Rodney Meek, OAM, JP, has received the Queen's Birthday Honour of OAM. And we were able to catch up with him to find out the wonderful work that he does in our community. And we're joined with Rodney Meek, OAM, and congratulations on your wonderful honours on the Queen's birthday.
Well, thank you very much, Meryl.
Now, this is a really exciting time, but there's a big history that goes before an award like this. Can you give us just a little bit of the Rodney Meek story and how you got here today?
Oh, geez, we'd take a long time to do all that, I'm afraid, but I'm a South Geelong boy and went to South Geelong State School and Moorabool Street, Geelong Tech, and served an apprenticeship at Fords. Then I was conscripted in 1970, did national service, went over to Vietnam in 71, and when I got back I was a bit restless, so I was all over the place for a while. Then I met my wife, Sandra, and we got married in 76, and we've got 2 boys, Ben and Joel, and having a few jobs I ended up working for AMP. And then went to MLC, and at MLC there was a retired Air Force Second World War veteran by the name of Robert West, or Bob. And he said, "Rodney, I'm going to take you to lunch today." And I said, "Where are we going, Bob?" And he said, "Never you mind, just follow me." So we walked out of MLC, down Little Irish Street, down the back of the picture theatre, into the back room of this hall which I'd never been in. It was Legacy. And having lost my father at 8 years of age, I had a lot of father figures and mentors along the way. And Legacy became my Lions or Rotary Club because I'd never served in any of those because I was heavily involved with sport. And in the veteran community, the legatees do a wonderful job, and the motto of Legacy is the spirit of legacy is service. And you just do what you can do for those that are less fortunate than yourself, the widows and families. And from there, I was a member, joined the RSL in 75, and I got talked into going on the committee around 2000, and I've been there ever since, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it really is helping me. A lot of veterans from Vietnam have difficulties, both emotionally and physical, and by helping others, it helps yourself move on. And I'm one of those fortunate ones that there's a lot behind me, you never forget, but you're able to move on because you're helping others as well.
So what do you think was the pivotal thing that made you decide that you really wanted to give service to the community?
I was seeing the need of the veteran community, the families and fellow veterans. When they come back, there's a lot of veterans that are in a mess. And we're finding that with the younger veterans coming back from Afghanistan and Iraq now. And so the RSL was supposedly a place that they could go to, and we're trying to change that culture. Previously perhaps weren't accepted, but we're looking to bring younger veterans into the RSL and make them feel part of the RSL. And we have a younger returned man in Andrew Hands as a Vice President, and he's working very well with our welfare chairperson Tony Podbury in encouraging younger veterans and families. So I guess when you see someone in difficulty or trouble, the old Anzac spirit is help someone else.
From the RSL, Meryl Friend, News Geelong.
Thank you, Meryl, and congratulations to Rodney. The Men's Shed program has seen a steady and structured introduction of the concept into our communities throughout our region, enabling community members to be involved in an active and meaningful way. Victorian government grants have been extended throughout the state to continue the development of this top initiative, as Ian Nichols reports.
This is the Torquay Men's Shed, one of the many in this region, whether it be South Barwon, the Bellarine or the Surf Coast. And right now the state government is making all-out stops to get more men's sheds into operation in the state of Victoria, with grants of up to $60,000 to get started. And we're talking with the member for South Barwon, Andrew Kade, about this innovation from the state government. Well, Andrew Kade, we know that men's sheds have been terribly popular in the new millennium. Since 2000, we've seen them springing up everywhere. And obviously the state government sees great value and wants more to come in the future.
Yes, Ian, we've recently announced funds of up to $60,000 for new men's sheds. with the total funding of $1.5 million available. Now those applications, obviously the fund has opened, and the applications are going through to the start of September. So we understand the value of men's sheds. Men's sheds are good for men in general, like to keep their issues to themselves at times and keep things bottled up. But having those men's sheds gives them a place where they can talk to other men who might be going through similar issues. It prevents isolation, and it's good for men's health in general.
Yes, well, it's been proven, hasn't it? Particularly retirees, and some of them very handy, and they've made a great contribution through the men's sheds to the communities in general.
Yeah, definitely. They do a lot of effectively volunteer labour, if you like. They do a lot of good work for charities and for schools and community organisations, and save them a lot of money in what they do. But also, look, it's that getting that camaraderie and getting the men together, and they can have a cup of coffee, and they have their barbecues, and they can talk their issues through, and it prevents isolation.
Well, that's been proven also. It just is wonderful camaraderie, as you say, and with depression such an issue these days, a men's shed can bring people together and give them a real purpose in life.
Yeah, it certainly does. And as I said earlier, men by their nature tend to be, they want to be big and tough and not talk about their problems, or if they do have depression, they don't want to talk about it and keep things bottled up inside. So they are an excellent way for men to get together and talk about their issues. And they might not have any issues, but they might tease things from other men who do and assist them in dealing with any problems that they might have.
Well, we know in recent times we've been very fortunate to come along to the Torquay men's shed, the Anglesey men's shed, very prolific in this part of the world, but you'd like to see them grow right throughout the South Barwon and Geelong region.
Yeah, of course, and around the state as well. Like, that's why there's that $60,000 grant available for new men's sheds. So obviously we're encouraging the expansion of the existing men's shed program.
Now, as you've mentioned, it closes September 6. What should people do if they are really seriously interested in getting a men's shed up and running?
Well, they've obviously got to go through the process and get a grant application. If they do need some assistance, my office would be more than happy to assist them in any endeavours that they might have in the local area. Any group that wishes to establish a men's shed, they're more than welcome to contact my office in Belmont, and I'd be more than happy to assist them.
The Torquay men's shed, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian. And now to the weather outlook, which has seen continued overnight low temperatures at an average of 4 over the top daily temperatures average of 14 around Geelong and the Surf Coast during the past week. Tomorrow we will see areas of frost and patchy fog in the morning, followed by a mostly sunny day, an overnight minimum of 3 and a top of 14. Sunday will see the chance of showers on the Surf Coast during the morning, with areas of inland fog and frost, followed by a sunny afternoon, an overnight minimum of 4, followed by a top of 14. Monday will continue to see areas of morning fog, followed by a sunny afternoon, overnight low 5 and a top of 14. Tuesday will see us again wake up to areas of morning fog, followed by a sunny day. We expect an overnight minimum of 5 with a top of 13, while Wednesday will be partly cloudy with some patchy rain as the winds gradually begin to swing around to the south. An overnight low of 4, followed by a maximum of a very cool 12. While Thursday will be partly cloudy with some sunny periods, a 45% chance of rain with an overnight low of 7 and an expected top of 15. Today we had a early morning fog and frost, mostly sunny and cloudy throughout the day. We reached a top temperature of 14. That's the weather outlook for Geelong and the Surf Coast expected over the next 6 days, as we go to a break and return with Alex Tigani and our News Geelong Sport. Be back after this.